I'm Lisa,
I'm Meg.
and we wrote Boy on Billboard, the musical.
Yeah.
We are Boy on Billboard.
No. And we are Boy
And
on
we are
Boy on
Billboard.
Billboard.
And we are, where's the emphasis?
And we are Boy on Billboard. Lisa and I have actually been working together for quite a number of years now. Most of our projects that we have collaborated on were for work and related to education and our job. Some of them were really fun, some were more intentional and serious. And so we already knew we worked really well together. I thought we worked really well together.
We did. We do.
We've always really worked really well together. I think that we have fun when we're working. We enjoy collaboration, and it was a really natural transition from working on work to something that we wanted to do, and something that we wanted to do for ourselves as artists creatively. It was really natural.
Yeah. And I mean, it hasn't been without like knock down, drag out, like it's like we're sisters. And maybe yelling at each other, maybe hanging up the phone on each other. And here we are. Meg is really focused. Like, she's really good at just like kind of staying the course and like staying focused. And I think that so much of our working together is you have this, like, it's almost like you have this vision of like, I know that this could work, so let's do this. But then sometimes it's like her sense of humor too can just like be right with me, and we are silly together. And so she has like a super off the wall, dry sense of humor that like also makes it fun. Because a lot of times I'm like, she's being serious, and then like out of nowhere, it's like, oh my gosh, she's so funny. So yeah, but I mean, her ability to really focus and be creative, but also like with some major intention. I feel like I've grown so much because I feel like we've learned, like, you're really good at like put that crappy idea out on the table, and I'm like thinking ideas and I'm like, no, I don't want to say it. But it's just like, say it. Like, say the bad idea, like just say it. And I'm such like a perfectionist, like I don't even want to say the bad idea in a safe, with Meg. And then it's like, but then you like lead the way on like saying, and I'm like, oh yeah, that was really bad. But I mean, then we get to the good idea.
Yeah, it goes to the good idea.
Yes,
because you have to.
It's like getting it out, and it's almost like an activity. So there were so many times where I just kind of felt like, oh, I just left like a creative like therapy session, and it wasn't even supposed to be that. Like, we were totally making progress, but so that's just, I mean, just like one or two.
Well, she's an incredible songwriter. I mean, that's one of the reasons we thought we could actually write a musical. I mean, it's not every day you kind of just, I think that it's something that we've both thought about in our life, but when you don't have a certain skill and you find someone who has that skill, and you both work really well together, that's magic. So Lisa's an incredible storyteller in her music. It's always been that way, even before writing show tunes, I guess is what you would call them. And just how her mind works. She is really creative, but also very strategic as well. Like, she would find some research. You always find research, and you're like, hey, I think, this is what these people are doing, this is what these people are doing. And sometimes my mind is like kind of abstract sometimes. I'm like, oh, but I think together we push each other when we need to be pushed in a certain way. So it's kind of that, maybe one of us is up here, like in La La Land, and the other one has that, ability to bring us back to reality, or vice versa. So the world will be shocked when we're both up here. So it's going to be